What is your name?
My name is Carl Humphrey.
And what do you do, Carl?
I write poetry about the homeless.
Great. And how long have you been doing that?
9 years.
9 years. And did you tell me that you're homeless yourself?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been homeless?
Oh, off and on for the last 15 years. Chronically homeless is what I would say.
Cool. And so you write poetry about homelessness?
Yeah, and I have a new book that's coming out January 22nd of this year in Ithaca, New York, the home of the Cornell Big Red and Ithaca College. I will be at the Unitarian Church in downtown Ithaca, New York, on the corner of Aurora and Buffalo Street at 7:30 p.m. on January 22nd, 2013. I will be reading 3 of my poems at that time, accompanied by a guitar, and that's what I'd like to do right now. I'd like to read those poems. And as you see, this poem here, what I did, I gave the picture or the poem to an artist or a photographer, and they drew or photographed what they thought it meant.
Great.
The first one, there once was a man who was very stupid. When he got up in the morning, it was so hard for him to hesitate, but for him to find his clothes, that at night he almost hesitated to go to bed for thinking of the trouble he would have waking. One evening he finally made a great effort, took paper and pencil, and as he undressed, noted down exactly where he put everything he had on. The next morning, very well pleased with himself, he took the slip of paper in his hand and read cap. There it was. He set it on his head. Pants, there they lay. He got into them. And so it went until he was fully dressed. That's all very well, but now where am I myself? He asked in great consideration. Where in the world am I? He looked and he looked, but it was a vain search. He could not find himself. The second poem I'd like to read today, I titled Miserables Together. The worst fact about being poor is that you can usually get more poor after getting just poor enough to be content. When the poor are happy, the rich can get very bitter, jealous and testy, because it makes them feel so dumb that they have to buy so much which is never enough to be happy. Then they hate the poor. Then they want the poor to starve and be miserable. Then the poor either have to starve and be miserable, try to be rich and miserable, eat the rich for dinner, or have a revolution. When all the while, all they wanted was to be happy on beans. And the third and last one, and there's 11 others, so if you would like to, you can purchase the book in Ithaca on the 22nd, or it's available right now in Angry Moms Records on the Commons in Ithaca, New York, below Autumn Leaves bookstore. The book sells for $12. I make each one individually for each person. You leave a deposit. You can do it on MasterCard, or Visa, or in cash. And it takes 4 to 6 weeks for me to produce each book. When they come in, the store calls you and lets you know it's in. I autograph it and I put a little personal note to each person. So my third and final poem tonight is the one I'm best known for, and I've been reading all over the world for the last 10, 15 years. It's entitled Home. When we joined this voyage called life, naked and helpless, our families were there to press us to the breast, to cradle us in their arms and hearts. If we are indeed fortunate, they will be with us at the far shore, to hold our hands and let us know that, all in all, it was our passage. In the meantime, there is much open sea. The people we call our family are the ballast that hold us steady, and the stars that keep us on course. They bring us peace, pain, and pleasure, despair and joy, disappointment and hope. Yes, they bring us everything that makes the voyage worthwhile. I can be reached at Humphrey, Carl, at hotmail.com, or I can be called 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at 607-339-6823. Again, that's Humphrey, Carl, at hotmail.com is my email, and a 24-hour live answer phone 607-339-6823. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.
What is the name of your book?
Oh, sure. It's called Lend a Hand, Help the Homeless Poetry Book.
Beautiful. Okay. And you're the author of that book?
Yes.
Carl Humphrey.
Yep.
Very good.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.